Hello, I'm MBX and welcome back to the video. Today we're talking about something which a lot of people have requested I talk about, whether because they're really excited about it or because they're really scared of the brand new Minecraft coins. These are coming to the Pocket Edition version of Minecraft. They're an in-game currency that allows you to buy maps and stuff like that, and a lot of people are scared that this might be coming to the console, or excited this might be coming to the console, because it'd be a way to buy maps and whatnot there. And there's a lot of information that kind of points at this publicly, but I had a big conversation with Microsoft that kind of hints the other way, and I want to share the information about whether it's likely to come, how it would work if it did come, as well as whether it would be a good thing, and more in today's videos. Hopefully you all do enjoy it. A reminder, you can like it if you do like it, because it helps out the channel and lets me know you do enjoy this sort of video. But with that said, let's get straight into talking about exactly, what's going on here, and also why people think Minecraft coins are coming to the console, because this is mostly because of the Xbox Live connection. If you don't know, in the, when they announced it, they said like, oh yeah, they're going to be using Xbox Live to make sure these can sync across all platforms soon. And when you think, what is Xbox Live platforms on, you don't just think all the Pocket Edition versions, you also think of the console. However, a key thing to bear in mind there is that Xbox Live is the unifying factor between all of your Pocket Edition stores, and the basic idea here is they want to make sure that your, your Xbox Live account will work across all of those, so you don't have to buy the same map on your Pocket Edition, on your Android, and then on your iPad, and then on your Windows 10 PC. They want to make it so all of those stores can sync up. That is what they mean by the reference to Xbox Live. It's not some grand like, aha, and then it's going to be coming to the Xbox soon, because bear in mind, you wouldn't even be able to properly do it that way, because right now there's no Xbox Live on the PlayStation, or on the Wii U, and on the Nintendo Switch, and although that's something that could be coming at some point in the future, it's just something that, isn't in place right now. That's not what they are referencing, and that's not something that would work just yet. So, yeah, Minecraft coins are not a current plan, as we can work out by the fact that they've said nothing about it, but also as we can work out from the fact that, again, I had a conversation at Microsoft HQ in London. It's a nice enough place, and, but, they were talking about the Pocket Edition the whole time, and although that's interesting, it wasn't what I was mostly there for, so I asked a bunch of questions like, so what about the console? Is there plans to bring this there? And they said, right now, we're testing this on the Pocket Edition, we're going to see how it's responded to, and then we're going to work from there onwards. So, yeah, whether are coins coming to Minecraft the console? Not right now. They're not a planned thing for the future. I think they make a lot of sense on the console. Arguably, they make more sense on the console, but they're testing this market on the Pocket Edition. They're going to see how people like it. They're going to make sure that all works, and then maybe they'll have an equivalent store on the console. Because bear in mind, before this exact same store could come to the console, you'd have to make the world file saves and etc. work exactly the same. And right now, there's just too many differences between the Minecraft console architecture and between the Minecraft Pocket Edition architecture. Again, at some point, they're going to bridge that gap to make cross-platform a thing. We don't know when that is. That seemed really far in the distance based on the conversation we had. But yeah, they want to make that happen at some point. But until you make that happen, you can't have the same store. But what about, okay, in some theoretical world where, if Microsoft or 4J looks at this, it's really successful and they want to bring it to the console. So instead what they do is they make a brand new coin system just for the console. Because I imagine Minecraft DLC sales, make some amount of money for them. They'd love to make a way like on the Pocket Edition where console people can sell their maps and make a living from it. And then, Microsoft takes their, 20 or 30, 40%, whatever it is. And, they can take that off the top and then that's kind of a fair split. What if they did want to do that? Then how exactly would they go about doing it? Well, presumably they'd have to make some way in-game for you to upload, the files to a store, but that would be really complex because where would you submit it? I think what would in reality have to happen before that is they'd have to make it a semi-open store where you submit maps and then the vast majority are approved, and then maybe there's some way to buy them. But then at that point, if there's like thousands of maps, how do you ever decide what to spend money on? I'm not sure how it would work in that system at all, if I'm being entirely honest, but how I think it might work instead, because again, you have to have some way for people to upload their maps from the console, and presumably you don't want to have like, hundreds or thousands of staff just to approve like a very select few, so it wouldn't be able to work like it does in the Pocket Edition. I think instead it would have to work in a more advanced, in my opinion, better way, where there could just be a, shareable map store, where you can just share any maps from anyone you like. They've said before they want to have map sharing on the console, and I imagine, instead of doing this Pocket Edition coin store thing, at some point they're going to do something like that, where you can directly share maps with friends, or you can, like just some way to, like on Super Mario Maker, there's like a way to share maps like that, and I think that would be the best possible way to do this, because then instead of just having access to like, 10 highly, well-made maps and well-made texture packs, skin packs, instead there could just be a way to just do maps, just do sharing, and be able to download good maps, bad maps, all of them, without having to do this cost thing, because otherwise, the only other way you could do it to like actually charge people is have an open store, find the best stuff, and then take it off there where it's previously free and make it paid. That would be terrible. I don't think anyone thinks that's a good idea. So I think instead of doing that, what they're likely to do instead is just have a map sharing system, and then have maybe some way to, maybe upload more maps, or have some way to monetize it in that way, because clearly, Microsoft are looking for ways to monetize, versions of Minecraft and make money going in the future, and one way to do that doesn't offend anyone and lets everyone keep their free stuff is to just be like, okay, you can store like 5 maps of us, but if you pay $1.99, you can store 20 maps on our servers, and suddenly, it's, this thing which is just a way to share maps is a great way to turn a profit. And honestly, I think that would be the best kind of compromise solution, because a lot of people, even in spite of the fact that it's mostly gone to plan of the Pocket Edition coins, there's been a lot of like uproar about people saying like, what is even going on here? Even Notch himself, if you don't know, has like, you know, raged against the idea of a currency inside Minecraft. So instead of doing this like more controversial thing, why not just do something a little bit easier? But yeah, that's just my opinion on how that will work. They might have plans to bring the, you know, the store to Minecraft console and, you know, just sell the exact same pocket edition maps, but I have no idea how they do that. They wouldn't be able to properly allow you to submit your own maps and have the same documentation. Because on the pocket edition, you have to sign up first, you have to be a business, and then you have to register in a bunch of different ways, and that's not something that necessarily works on a console, so I don't think they could do the same store. You could either just have the same pocket edition store on the console, which requires you to bridge the two versions, or you can have a platform store that works in that particular way. But let's say, you know, they do decide to, like, you know, bridge the platforms, make it all happen, and then bring all those extra maps and texture packs, etc. to the console. What would be the reaction to that? This is something which I found to be very interesting, because I put a poll out on Twitter. Again, you can maybe vote on it if you want to. Twist.com/IVXToyCat. I put a poll out on Twitter asking if, you know, would you want to see coins/user sold maps and DLC for Minecraft console? And 37% of people said yes, 11% of people said no, and 30% of people said just content, no coins. Obviously, there's 22% of people that say gravel, but you get the point here. Most people are actually quite down with the idea of user sold maps, and even, you know, another 30% would just like, yeah, just have the content, no coins. So this is a good way to bridge those two markets, and then you can do something else on there. And I think, honestly, the way you can make money on that is by making it so that if a map is made in a texture pack, you have to have the texture pack before you can play that map. And then suddenly, you know, they make a bunch of texture pack sales, and that suddenly this is a good thing. Because honestly, I think map sharing is one of the most important features that Minecraft console really needs, because honestly, the moment that, you know, it comes out, the amount of maps you can play is just astounding. You'd be able to play these amazing maps you've seen on YouTube, but you'd also be able to play like parkour maps, have a fun parkour game. You'd be able to play adventure maps. You could just play with friends like on this giant adventure, way bigger than a mashup pack. And I think just the number of possibilities from map sharing is bigger than the possibilities of the store, and that's why personally I think map sharing is a better idea. You know, the store would be just fine. I'm sure it will be interesting. We'd have some fun with it, but I think there's no proper way to do that on the console. If you want to have console content shared, there'd be no way to do it in this paid fashion, which I think is almost a good thing. And since you know, Roger Carpenter has said before on a Microsoft live stream they do want to see that, then I personally think that at some point, you know, maybe even soon, maybe that's the next thing they're working right now. I think that, you know, user, you know, kind of shared maps is going to be a big thing that could make Minecraft console honestly a lot better for, honestly, even for me as someone who can download maps, it's just a lot of effort. Would it be great if I could just play all these maps, and even if most of them are bad, finding those gems in the rough that people have been working on for all of these years, I think that would make it worth it alone, and I would really love to see some form of system just so we could play these parkour maps, these adventure maps, these challenge maps. The amount of content it adds to Minecraft console is near infinite, and it's user-created stuff, so it's very easy to put in the game, in my opinion. But yeah, that's just my honest opinion about the coins for Minecraft console. I don't think you have to worry about them. I think the odds of them coming is very, very, very low. I spoke to someone at Microsoft, and they said basically the same thing, and yeah, I think we'll have something like it, but better, honestly, at some point in the near future, that they've already confirmed, basically, and that makes me feel pretty good about the future of Minecraft console. But I'd love to hear what you think in the comments down below, or you can, you know, go vote on that poll. It's open for another few days. Like the video if you did like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like these sorts of in-depth analysis videos. I try to kind of cover both sides, talk about the whole kind of situation. Hopefully you'll do enjoy that. Share if you really like it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.